Greetings from the UK, you beautiful humans. You're watching the Cycling Maven channel. Woo! Yo!
So pretty stock standard sort of stuff, right? When you come into a bike shop, I bought my bike in because the rear wheel was wiggling a little bit. It was just like, I knew the hub body was just a bit funny. It probably has something to do with the fact that I spray my whole bike with degreaser and then get a jet thing. But anyway, the boys, to fix it, they had to pull the whole wheel virtually apart and re-grease it and stuff like that, which is what happens when you have a bike shop, isn't it really? You know, someone comes in for like a cheeky little favour for you to tighten something, and it turns out that they
look, it's a pretty simple,
the whole wheel.
Pretty simple little hub service. So yeah, it's not looks a lot worse than it is.
The boys were saying that you can actually change the sound of your hub body when or the freewheel when you put different greases in.
Weight grease will have your hub howling like a banshee.
Yeah.
Means you've got to service it a little bit more often.
Yeah.
But for those of you who really like that really loud, obnoxious buzz, lighter grease in your free hub will have that happening. A little bit of a heavier weight, it'll be a bit stickier, and it'll quieten it up a little bit too.
Is that right? So if I've got a really loud freewheel,
yeah,
I need to put heavier grease in there?
Yeah. Or there's just a good chance that it needs a good service and a re-lube.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah.
Okay. Well, who are you riding for now? It was African Wildlife Safaris. Who is it now?
ISOA Sports Swiss Wellness.
Yeah, right, okay. So you were with African Wildlife for a while, yeah?
Yep, African Wildlife, then Avanti ISOA this year, and then, yeah, ISOA Sports. Yeah.
So mate, Sean, what is going on with this this setup here? What are you doing? What's happening?
So this is my new time trial bike and getting it set up, ready. We got Shawnee helping me with getting the bottom bracket bearings nice and working nice and smooth, and hit it up with an ergo session tonight.
Well, how long's the ergo?
Just an hour, just a bit over an hour, but a 10 and a 5 minute of, well, as my coach Fens would say, frothing.
Really? So you're going to be going hard as?
Yeah.
So what is your FTP at the moment?
Well, at the moment, we've had it set pretty low because I've been doing a lot of fat burning and endurance, so we've had it set at only just like 380, 390, but I've had it, when I've been going well, at about 420.
Can I just mention the use of the words only prior to 380, 390? Only, by the way.
And he's dropped 7 kilos now.
Has he?
He's 7 kegs less and still pushing ridiculous numbers. Like
So you're doing 380, 390 FTP, and what do you weigh? You'd be 60...
No, 75 at the moment.
75,
so
yeah.
they're not,
You're quite tall.
They're not huge numbers, no. Yeah.
Okay. So now that Sean Lake's gone, he actually left, and I'm back here, we're talking about him, right? But in a good way. We're discussing his chances because he's an amazing time trialist, and he came third last year in the Nationals in the time trial. He's a beast on a bike. What do you reckon? Do you reckon he's got a chance this year?
Absolutely. I mean, he hadn't even gone onto a proper NRS team when he first started riding.
Yeah.
He got a guest appearance riding for African Wildlife, and he won Grafton Inverell, which is one of the most prestigious races in Australia.
Yeah.
So
it's up there with the Warnie, isn't it?
It's probably harder than the Warnie technically because it's got an 18k climb, and this is when he was heavy, you know. So he's riding with some of the best climbers in Australia, and then time trialed away from them. This is now 2 years later. He's lost a lot of weight. He's been training at this top level for a lot longer. He really knows his ability. When you see his position on the TT bike, it's just spectacular. Like he's, you know, if you're comparing him to some of the best in the world, his position's about as good as it gets. So I would not put it past him. I wouldn't put it past him. Obviously, if Richie Port and Rowan Dennis are there again this year, they're, you know, world-class, top riders in the world. So, I mean, you know, to say he's going to beat those guys would be a huge thing, you know. But Lakey, you know, he's up there, so I wouldn't put it past him.
We might come back to this this vlog.
Look, I hope we can revisit this with you know, saying, you see, I knew what I was talking about.
Yeah. What's the board called?
It's called the Evolve board.
It's not the boosted board, is it?
It's better than the boosted.
Is it?
Well, yeah.
It's called Evolve, is it?
Evolve, yeah.
Okay.
With your bike though, mate.
Yeah, cool. So I'm at Bunnings, and as you guys know, the wheel when I went to New Zealand last snapped off my Psychon bag. I wonder if this will focus. So lovely Moya from Bunnings here is going to help me sort me out with some wheels. We've got heaps of wheels.
We have quite a selection, but
So we're going
often
to try
we
and
don't
sort
have
it.
the specialised ones.
Yeah, so we're going to try and see if we've got something to replace this. Unfortunately, I had to go with the $4 option because it's the only one that's going to sort of suit the bag. The thing is with the Psychon bags is they've run out of wheels apparently in Australia wide, so we can't get replacement wheels, which is a bummer.
Sounds like they break a bit.
They do break a bit, unfortunately. We don't know whether it's the airports or the actual quality of the wheels.
Yeah.
But anyway, these will do. $4 for a set of wheels. They'll probably break this trip, but that'll do.
Yeah.
All right, legends. So I just got home from my ride, but I've got the bike bag out there. So I'm just about to pack my bike up. Hannah and I are going to New Zealand tonight. So we're flying out at midnight, so we've got a fair bit of time. We're just slowly organising things. I've got these wheels, which have got 2 holes. So you can imagine how is that going to fit on the outside of that. There. So what I've done is I've cable tied them on because I don't have any bolts. So I had to get that drill a couple of holes through the bottom. But essentially what I've done is I've had to cable tie them on. And that seems pretty sturdy until it gets a really bad knock at the airport and that wheel's just going to go flying off. But at the end of the day, we'll see how it goes. It's the only option I've got at the moment. And you can see these other 2 wheels. Have a look at these other 2 wheels. That's just about to fall off. And that one's just about to fall off. So the alternative is I leave them like that and I cable tie the other wheels on, or I leave the wheels like that. I don't know, man. I'm just going to leave it as it is and hope for the best, and then I may end up carrying the bag everywhere. Bike, your bag, 7 kilos. Let's go. All right, let's see how this bag rolls. Oh, it's rolling all right. The test is going to be on the plane when the baggage handlers do it.
These little things.
Yeah.
Lost it.
In how many meters did we lose it?
Wow, a lot. You jinxed it.
Did I?
Yeah.
So we'll put it. Well, it was worth a try, wasn't it?
Was.
This airport tonight is heaving with human beings. Heaving. And they're all looking at me thinking I'm a weirdo.
I'm all good, that's excellent.
26.
No worries.
No. So H, what are we going to New Zealand for?
Well, we're going to see my grandparents for their 65th wedding anniversary. You get longer for murder.
I know, 65 years. Who gets married for 65 years?
Lots of people.
That is, mate, it's horrendous. Alright, Hannah insisted that we get to the airport 3 hours in advance. And so we've been sitting here just completely wasting our time. Anyway, I've been editing, but we are here mega early, mega early. Who's broken her?